On this edition of City Focus, the Utilities Department hosts its No Water, No Beer Festival to teach residents about the importance of water. The Valdosta Fire Department celebrates International Firefighter Day. The Utilities Department visits local schools during Drinking Water Week. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus McConico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 7th episode of City Focus in 2022. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. Here are the most important topics that are happening in the city. Members of the Utilities Department has visited elementary and middle schools in Valdosta to teach about water conservation and the wastewater treatment process. Most recently, they visited Valdosta Early College Academy.
And we are doing a presentation on kind of in recognition of Water Week to kind of educate the kids here on water treatment, and also we're touching a little bit on wastewater collection too as well.
Frost believes that education is the key for citizens to help keep a functional waste collection system. Starting young is an important part of that process.
It's pretty important to start them out early with educating on water conservation and what it takes to make good, clean drinking water. A lot of us growing up, even me myself, never thought twice about it. Turn on the faucet and there's water. Didn't think about where it came from, didn't think about where it went after that. So this is a good opportunity to kind of do some public outreach and get out and educate the younger kids on it. And
Frost was also at VECA to present an award to the art contest winner, Miracle Strickland.
So this year we had a young lady here at VECA that won the drawing contest, the art contest. She did a real great job.
For more information, contact the Utilities Department. On May 7th, the City of Valdosta's Utilities Department held its first No Water, No Beer Festival to promote the importance of safe drinking water.
This is something we definitely want to try to do in the future going forward. Every Water Week, try to do a No Water, No Beer Festival, and that's kind of the plan. Like I said, this is the first one, and we hope it's just the first of many more.
The money raised at the event will go to a nonprofit organization, Water for People. They help people around the world that don't have clean drinking water.
All the funds raised are going to an organization, a nonprofit organization called Water for People. And it's an organization that grew out of the American Water Works Association, and what they do is they go around the world and help people that they're short on water supply or that don't have the resources for water treatment. They go in and help them, get them on their feet and build plants and that kind of thing.
Frost thanks everyone that was able to come out and support this great cause.
Thanks for everyone that showed up, everyone that bought tickets, all the sponsors, and a big thank you to Georgia Beer Company for letting us put this on here. And just can't thank folks enough for coming out and supporting a good cause.
For more information, contact the Utilities Department. The City of Valdosta celebrates Historic Preservation Month each May.
May is Historic Preservation Month. The month observance goes back to the 70s when it was originally Preservation Week. In 2005, they bumped it up to a whole month.
Preserving historic buildings and homes is a small part of why preservation is important to a city.
We're here, at the Roberts House, and this is a project that the Valdosta Heritage Foundation is doing. This property is one of the oldest properties in the city. Of course, the original shell goes back to the 1840s. The Victorian that we see here, some of these additions and alterations were done in the 1890s. Of course, there was a bad fire here about 10 or 11 years ago, and it's still under the process of being rehabilitated, and that project is continuing, and they're about to start on that later this summer through I think it's a 3-phase project of restoring it and turning the property into a B&B.
Along with the Roberts House, Brammer hopes to see more historic homes and buildings be rehabilitated.
Historic preservation projects are important for the history and the architecture and the identity, but also for economic and sustainability reasons.
For more information, contact Historic Preservation. Recently, the Neighborhood Development Division held a ceremony to honor the graduating seniors in the Great Promise Partnership Program.
It's pretty cool. You got to learn how to work in the meter reading area and how to do work orders, how to change out meters and stuff like that.
The students learned a lot from their City of Valdosta mentors, and Josiah will take the most from one particular person.
Miss Lori, because she was just on me all the time about little stuff, like about paying attention to a certain number and not typing stuff in, right? How to work in a professional setting, I'm guessing, so I could be more professional and know what to do in that type of environment.
For more information about the GPP program, contact Neighborhood Development. After 8 weeks, students of the city's 2022 Government 101 class has graduated.
It's definitely been wonderful. I've definitely learned a lot in the last 4 weeks. I've learned a lot as far as finances, as far as logistics of the city, as far as, how to make stuff happen or what I can do to make certain things happen.
Corey encourages citizens to take the class in 2023 and says if you have questions about the city, ask those that know.
If you care about the city that you live in or that you pay taxes in, go to the class. It'll not only open your eyes to a lot of things that you ignored or look past, but it'll show you what you can do to help make your city a better city. There's so many different outlets of where you can get information from, whether it's social media or whether it's person to person. Just you see somebody that works for the city, talk to them, because there's a lot that we don't know, and we won't know until we go and try and find out the information, talk to somebody who knows more than we know.
The city also hosts educational classes in the Citizens Police and Citizens Fire Academy for residents that are interested.
What is it, Julia? Why are you so excited, honey?
Hey, do you want to use your talker?
With Julia's autism, using a talker can help her find the words she wants to say.
My dog.
You want to do something with Rose, Julia?
Play ball.
Do you want to play catch with Rose?
I think Rose is excited to play catch, too. Oh, Julia, you show us so many different ways to talk together.
Oh, and play. Good catch, Rose. Okay, give Julia the ball. There you go. Okay, throw the ball, Julia. Oh.
For Julia's family, early screening for autism made a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Okay, Julia, there you go. Whoa, another good throw. That's the way.
Do you have prediabetes? If you do, you're not alone. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, and more than 80% don't know they have it. Prediabetes is a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. But now, North Carolina residents with prediabetes can enroll in a free or low-cost national diabetes prevention program. You can make healthy changes with support from this proven program. Get started now at joinaprogram.org.
Every day that I come in, I know that the people that I work with are willing to do exactly for me what I would do for them. Other occupations, they have co-workers, we have partners, and that's for a reason.
Fire! Throughout my career, I've seen this department grow immensely over the years through training, personnel, equipment, and the volume of our calls. Our department now responds to more than 73,000 calls for service each year. Our department offers so many different paths for an officer to take as they navigate through their career at the Valdosta Police Department. We equip our officers with the best training, the best gear, and all the support they need to be successful.
I chose this department because my husband will be retiring here from the military, and so it just gave me an opportunity to start my career, and pay rate is higher than other departments. Benefits, the equipment that they provide, duty belt, vehicles, training throughout the year, it's great.
The reason I chose Valdosta Police Department is I was already in the area from working with the Air Force at Moody Air Force Base. After my enlistment was up, I got in contact with our IA lieutenant. She dropped a bug in my ear, said she'd think I'd be a good cop. And it just stuck with me. So I came and applied. They said they'd be happy to have me. I said I'd be happy to work for you.
Valdosta dispatch to 7139 and all available units. We have an active shooter situation at 206 39th Avenue. Have a barricaded subject with possible hostages.
As an accredited law enforcement agency, the Valdosta Police Department is always operating at the highest level of national law enforcement standards. We are always advancing and improving our capabilities.
One of the things that took me by surprise was the training I received at the Academy on mental health people. It's something that we don't think about, but we encounter on a daily. And I feel like the training we received really prepared me. The best part about working as a police officer would be making an impact in people's lives. Helping victims get out of situations, providing them with resources available to them.
A lot of people say they have families in the workplace. A lot of people try to posture themselves as a family. But to me, a family is doing whatever's necessary, whatever cause, for whomever, that you call that family member. Being an officer is the closest thing to having an outside family as I can find. There's a moment that typically happens that lets me know I've done my job well, and that's when I arrest somebody, put them in the back of my police car, and then on the way to the jail, they thank me. They know that they've done wrong, and they respect the job that you've done. That typically is what makes me proud.
At the Valdosta Police Department, we will put our officers up against any in the country. We have great community involvement. Our officers are in the community every day, building great relationships, great partnerships to work together to keep this community safe.
We take community policing to the next level. Our officers are constantly out in the community, whether it be crime prevention efforts, community events, or neighborhood walks aimed at meeting the residents of Valdosta.
There are many opportunities within the department to move around, meaning you do not have to stay as a patrolman. You can always move up.
There's so much experience that you'll get in your first few years here that will set you up for the other departments that we have in the PD, be it K-9 detective, narcotics detective, our power squad unit. That foundation is going to be built so early on because we have amazing supervisors from top to bottom. We make it our business to mold good cops because that's who's going to be watching our backs.
As we continue to see growth in our community and our region, the Valdosta Police Department continues to prepare and evolve into a regional response law enforcement agency.
We're so fortunate to live in a community that respects and takes pride in the work of our officers each day. We're proud to serve in the Valdosta community.
I'm so proud of the work that our officers do each and every day to put the Valdosta Police Department on the map. This department is truly second to none.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry, I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
On May 12th, the Valdosta Police Department held the Promotions in Years of Service award ceremony. Years of Service awards went to 10, 15, 20, and 25 years. Promotions to sergeant were Patrick Barrett and Ishmael Washington. The new lieutenants include Brett Boyd, Training Unit, Joel Hurley, Patrol, Sabrina Smith, Professional Services, Selena Feeney, Crime Scene Technician, and Jason Woods, Training Unit. Captains are Scotty Johns, Professional Standards, and Jay Wolf, Training Unit. And the new commanders for the department include Robert Renfro for the Patrol Unit and Stephen Thompson for Investigations. We congratulate everyone at the Valdosta Police Department. On May 4th, the Valdosta Fire Department celebrated International Firefighters Day. The day was created after 5 Australian firefighters died while working a large wildfire. The mayor read a proclamation honoring the day with the city manager and members of the department surrounding him. Valdosta Fire Department has 7 stations and 15 fire trucks. The department has a Class 1 rating by the Insurance Service Organization. We thank all the members of the Valdosta Fire Department for everything they do in serving the city. Recently, the members of the Valdosta Fire Department and the public life and fire safety educator, Sharina Farrell, visited students at Salis Mahone Elementary School. They taught students about fire safety while showing off a fire engine along with the fire safety house. Students learned about having a meeting place and to get out and stay out. The new fire safety house can create smoke and teach children to crawl out of a fire, along with a stove and oven that simulate smoke and fire. We thank Salis Mahone Elementary School for having the Valdosta Fire Department on campus.
And now on the buckets, Mr. Leslie Smith. freight train. You know where I found myself in Memphis. I've been standing in the rain. I got them restless souls, boxcar blues again. They raised me from a line. The company don't close, turn away me from the night.
As the weather gets hotter, we want to remind everyone to not leave children or pets alone in a hot car. Please park, look, and lock, and ask yourself, where's your baby or pet? This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta, City Without Limits. Also join Nextdoor for city updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at City of Valdosta, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.